have a list that's been compiled by, I guess, Yelp, and 6 Tampa area restaurants have been named the best in all of the state by Yelp.
That's cool.
Ooh.
Listen, when you get on any good Yelp list, that's saying something.
Do you put a lot of stock and credence in Yelp, though? I mean, listen,
I don't.
obviously some reviews are going to be accurate. Listen, are there going to be restaurants on Yelp that are really good? But, sometimes, and it's happened with Yelp, and I'll see high ratings or recommendations for a restaurant, and I'll be... You know what? I don't agree with that. I don't think that's... And another thing is like TripAdvisor. Sometimes you can't always rely on, but you can sometimes. You kind of have to know. If it's your hometown, you kind of know. But when you're traveling, I've found that Yelp is not always 100% accurate, although there are plenty of great restaurants that are on Yelp. And I'll give you an example in a minute. But also TripAdvisor, we've been traveling... And sometimes you've got restaurants that just get a lot of volume and users, and they get a lot of reviews and a lot of mentions, and it gets pushed to the top. But it's not necessarily the best, is what I'm saying. Yeah, Andrew.
Whether it's Yelp, Google, Travel, any TripAdvisor, are people more likely to make a comment when it's a bad experience?
You know what? When they were unsolicited, I would agree with that. But now everybody's asking for reviews, and people are conscious of leaving good reviews. If you have a good experience, you leave a good
All right,
experience.
here's the deal. I know, and some of these I've been to, some of these I haven't been to, and these apparently are 6 Tampa area restaurants that have been named the best in all of Florida. And, I've been to some of them I haven't. Rox, what were we going to say?
I was going to say that I don't believe all the negative reviews on Yelp. I've never left a negative review on any restaurant. I've left positive reviews. Sometimes I feel like writing a negative review, and then I don't. And then like a week later, I'll think about how I felt at that moment, and I'll realize, it was just a bad day for them. Might have been a bad day for me. Like, in other words, I think people get really passionate when they have a bad experience, and it's blown out of proportion. So I don't believe all the negative stuff.
Here we go. So these are 6 restaurants in the Tampa Bay area that have been named best in Florida. The first one on here is Oxford Exchange.
That's a great place.
I've never been.
Oh, it's awesome.
I thought that was a clothing store.
No, it is a bookstore in addition to being tea, coffee, and food restaurant.
I have never been to the Oxford Exchange.
They sell ox?
On the list. Now, guess what else is on the list? Olivia is on the list. Now, I can tell you right now that Olivia belongs on this list.
Oh, I can tell you that too. I sat there for 8 hours.
That's right.
Roxanne went there and didn't leave. She had a liquid lunch with a bunch of girls.
They had to call the police and have you issued a trespass warrant. No, Olivia's fantastic. Olivia is superb, and I agree with that because I know from experience that Chef Chris Ponce Olivia is fantastic. Next on the list is Rice and Spice.
Ooh.
I've never even heard of it.
I thought that was a clothing store.
They all sound like clothing stores.
No, I've never even heard of that one.
Where'd you get that shirt? Olivia's. Oh, really? Yes. Where'd you get this pants? Rice and Spice.
Where is Rice and Spice? On Sheldon Road.
Never heard of it.
11625 Sheldon Road in Tampa. That's going to be what, town and country area, or
kind of? Is it near the West Chase area,
or is it further up towards West Chase? Roxanne,
Rice and Spice. I've never heard of them.
So
I have to check it out.
We've never heard of Rice and Spice.
So it's right there under our nose.
It's in a strip mall, so it's not a freestanding building. I'm only looking at their images online.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check them out.
The next is Daily Eats
in Hyde Park,
and that's on South Howard.
I've heard of that.
And I haven't been to Daily Eats in a long time. I think I was at Daily Eats like 15 years ago. But they're on the list. Next on the list is Wright's Gourmet House.
Oh,
that place is good.
And that's Wright's Sandwich Shop. I mean, a perennial favorite in South Tampa. Yeah. Michelle loves a turkey sandwich from Wright's.
This is crazy.
Michelle,
the day that I was at Olivia's.
Yeah.
Olivia, I'm sorry. My friend also brought me a cake from Wright's.
Wow.
And I was just about to bring that up, that Michelle is a massive fan of the chocolate cake. We've had many a birthday party at my house, whether it's Michelle, whether it's a relative, whether it's one of the kids. Oh, we've had plenty of Wright's chocolate cakes at the house. So Wright's Gourmet House is on the list. Of course, Southdale Mabry and what is that? Just south of Kennedy on Dale Mabry.
Across the street from the Publix at Neptune.
It's just south of Henderson.
South of Henderson.
Across from the Publix, exactly. And then the last one on the list, and also right in that vicinity, the old Johto location, which is Izakaya Tori, is on the list, and I haven't been there either.
Okay, that's definitely a clothing store.
Izakaya Tori is on the list. That's where.
Designer.
Do you know that Yoko from Yoko's, and I think Yoko's has done an amazing job, just a consistent, solid place. I first met Yoko from Yoko's in South Tampa. She used to work at Johto.
Oh, God.
And then Johto, she left and opened up her own place and became Yoko's. And then now Johto, they sold out, a couple of years ago? And it became this Izakaya Tori, and now it's listed as one of the 6 best on Yelp in the whole state of Florida.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's not. It's not funny because, Yoko at Johto, I mean, something with an O would have been funnier.
Yeah. So has anyone here been to this place, Izakaya Tori? I haven't been.
Is it a sushi place?
I'll tell you what, I think it's Japanese food. I'm sure they serve sushi, yeah. But you know what people have told me?
Is that Yoko's son's place?
No, that was Soho.
I'm confused.
And then Jeff sold Soho.
So Yoko and Soho with Johto.
Johto.
Oh, no. Let's go.
Let's just go to Arigato. Oh, my gosh. That's crazy.
But what was I saying? I was saying something. But I have not been to what I was saying was people have told me, and they said that it's like jammed. It's like tough to get in, tough to park. And so obviously, people seem to like it. But so those are 6 Tampa restaurants that are now named best in Florida by Yelp. And keep in mind, there are plenty of other amazing restaurants, which I would deem, worthy of this list as well, that are not on the list. The Tampa Bay area restaurant scene is really getting strong. In the last couple of years, last 5 years, and then even just the last year and a half, the restaurant scene has exploded. You got Roca, great Italian place. You've got, speaking of Chris Pont, you got Pont Modern American in Midtown is phenomenal. You got the mainstays. You got the old school places like Donatello. You got Cafe Paradiso. You got my buddy Massimo, who I love, up in Palm Harbor. I mean, there's so many. You got Burns. There's so many. You got the old school places, but the new restaurant scene has also been exploding. And there's been tremendous growth, and the Tampa Bay area restaurant bar has absolutely been raised.
Yeah, don't underestimate the BJ's Restaurant and Brew House in Pinellas Park, Citrus Park, and Brandon.
I shall not.
There's one in Wesley Chapel also. We love it. It's fantastic.